FIFA World Cup hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico is about to begin. Ahead of this event, I would like to introduce you to all the participants of the tournament in my upcoming videos and assess each team's chances of advancing from the group stage. Welcome to FB Lab. Today we will take a look at the first three groups and evaluate the favorites to reach the knockout stage.
Mexico enters the World Cup as one of the tournament's dark horses. In 2025, the Mexicans confirmed their dominance in the region by winning both the Gold Cup and the CONCACAF Nations League. Much of this success is linked to the experienced coach Javier Aguirre, who has built a highly disciplined team with an attacking style of play.
Aguirre primarily relies on a standard 4-3-3 formation with strong ball control and aggressive pressing. A key figure in this system is Edson Alvarez, who not only breaks up opposition attacks but also serves as the team's main link in maintaining possession. In attack, Raúl Jiménez remains the central figure. However, the greatest hopes of the fans are tied to the 17-year-old talent Rafa Mora, who is already being called the future face of Mexican football. Looking at the squad, it is safe to say that Mexico has an excellent chance of advancing from the group. Combined with the incredible support of the home crowd, Mexico should be able to showcase its quality and reach the knockout rounds. The Czech Republic has followed a difficult qualification path and returns to the World Cup for the first time in 20 years. After finishing second in their group, the Czechs narrowly overcame Ireland and then secured their ticket to the tournament in a dramatic match against Denmark. The Czech national team is characterized by tremendous determination and an unwillingness to wait passively for opportunities. Head coach Miroslav Koubek has built a pragmatic side focused on physical football and strength. Team captain Tomáš Souček embodies the spirit of this squad, disrupting opponents' play and controlling the midfield. Another player worth watching is Pavel Schulz, who enjoyed an excellent season with Victoria Plzeň and can provide the creativity the team sometimes lacks in attack. With their fighting spirit and organized defensive structure, the Czechs may well challenge Mexico and South Korea for a place in the knockout stage. South Africa returns to the World Cup for the first time since 2010. That home tournament became an important chapter in African football history and was South Africa's last appearance on the global stage. 16 years later, they have another opportunity to make their mark. Qualification was dramatic. After defeating Rwanda 3-0, South Africa secured its place thanks in part to results elsewhere. The team ultimately finished first in its group and earned a long-awaited return to football's biggest tournament. The architect of this success is Belgian coach Hugo Broos, who has built an organized side focused on compact defending and quick transitions. The team's greatest strength is its chemistry, as much of the core squad comes from Mamelodi Sundowns, the dominant club in South African football. Despite their underdog status, South Africa is a highly organized team capable of causing problems for its rivals. South Korea heads to its 11th World Cup and remains one of the veterans of international football. Since 1986, the Koreans have not missed a single World Cup, and in 2002 they famously reached the semifinals on home soil. Today, South Korea is one of the strongest teams in Asia. They qualified comfortably without losing a single match. Following disappointing results in friendlies, head coach Hong Myung-bo has gradually transitioned the team toward a 3-center-back system while maintaining an attacking style built on pressing and quick attacks. The squad is well-balanced. Kim Min-jae provides defensive stability, while Lee Kang-in and Asian football superstar Son Heung-min bring creativity and attacking brilliance. If the Koreans reach peak form in time, they could become one of the tournament's surprise packages. Canada will host a World Cup for the first time in its history, which brings enormous expectations and pressure. At the same time, Canada has the potential to be one of the most exciting teams in the group stage because Jesse Marsch promotes highly aggressive and attacking football. High pressing, relentless intensity, and constant pressure have become trademarks of Marsch's teams. However, recent friendlies have exposed weaknesses. If Canada fails to establish its rhythm and faces a well-organized defense, its attacking game can lose effectiveness. Much will depend on Jonathan David and Alphonso Davies. David is the team's primary finisher, while Davies provides pace, mobility, and dynamism. Home support could also play a crucial role. If Canada handles the pressure, it is fully capable of advancing from the group and perhaps even...
Bosnia and Herzegovina has qualified for only its second World Cup. Unlike the talented and exciting squad of 2014, this version combines experience with a pragmatic approach. Qualification was a major challenge. Bosnia first survived a tense match against Wales before facing Italy in a decisive playoff. Despite entering as underdogs, they battled one of Europe's strongest teams for 120 minutes before prevailing in a dramatic penalty shootout. Bosnia is not a team for fans of flashy attacking football. They focus on defensive organization, discipline, and physical battles. Their greatest weapon is set pieces, where they are especially dangerous. Veteran striker Edin Dzeko remains the key attacking figure and continues to score important goals despite his age. Bosnia will undoubtedly be a team that no one wants to face in decisive matches. Switzerland arrives at the World Cup as one of the most consistent teams of recent years. This reputation is fully deserved. The Swiss have advanced from the group stage in 4 of their last 5 World Cup appearances. They qualified comfortably, finishing first in their group without a single defeat. Switzerland is a model of pragmatic football, adapting effectively to different opponents and protecting leads when necessary. At the same time, they are capable of attacking with purpose, exploiting open spaces and creating overloads on both flanks. Granit Xhaka serves as the team's conductor, linking defense and attack while controlling the tempo of matches. Given their balance and tactical discipline, Switzerland is capable not only of advancing from the group, but also of making a deep run in the knockout rounds. Everyone remembers Qatar's disappointing performance at the 2022 World Cup, where the hosts finished last in their group without earning a point. However, this time the situation is different. Qatar qualified through the standard qualification process, successfully navigating the Asian qualifiers and finishing ahead of the United Arab Emirates and Oman in the decisive stage. They also won the Gulf Cup in 2025, showing that their football project continues to develop. Coach Julen Lopetegui has implemented his trademark possession-based approach with a slower attacking tempo. Nevertheless, the biggest issue remains the overall quality of the squad compared to other teams at the tournament. Akram Afif is the team's star player and the focal point of nearly all attacking moves. Although Qatar's chances of advancing are limited, underestimating them could prove costly for their opponents. When it comes to Brazil, every football fan expects brilliance. Yet the current Brazilian national team raises many questions, particularly whether Carlo Ancelotti can transform this talented group into a championship-winning machine. Since taking charge, Ancelotti has attempted to rebuild the team and create new pathways for growth. Qualification was far from convincing. Brazil finished 6th in the standings and suffered a heavy defeat to Argentina, damaging the team's reputation. While the attack remains world-class, there are still concerns about the defense. A high defensive line has often left dangerous spaces for opponents to exploit. In attack, however, Ancelotti has given freedom to his stars. If Brazil finds its rhythm, players like Vinicius Jr. and Rafinha will be extremely difficult to stop. Brazil should progress comfortably from the group stage, but as the level of competition increases in the knockout rounds, its chances may decline rapidly. Compared to the legendary 2002 World Cup winning side, the current squad lacks the same magical combination of elite stars. After the 2022 World Cup, it is impossible to describe Morocco as a one-time surprise. Their run to the semifinals rewrote football history. This time, Morocco enters the tournament in outstanding form. They reached the Africa Cup of Nations final, won all 6 qualification matches, and conceded only 2 goals. Morocco is one of the most balanced and efficient teams in its group. Organized defending and rapid transitions have become trademarks of the team. Their high-intensity style constantly stretches opponents and overloads both central and wide areas. Achraf Hakimi plays a crucial role in this system, frequently moving into advanced positions and creating numerical advantages. Combined with the reliable goalkeeping of Yassine Bounou and a disciplined defense, Morocco appears to be a complete team. Their main weakness emerges against opponents who sit deep and defend in numbers. Even so, advancing from the group seems highly likely, and another deep World Cup run cannot be ruled out. Scotland returns to the World Cup for the first time since 1998. For the nation, qualification itself is already a major achievement. The Scots impressed during qualification by unexpectedly finishing first in their group. Head coach Steve Clarke has built a physically demanding team in the traditional British style. However, injuries have created concerns about squad depth. Despite these challenges, Scotland still possesses quality players, most notably Scott McTominay, who controls the midfield and performs a tremendous amount of defensive work. The biggest weakness is the lack of creativity in attack. Against organized defenses, Scotland often struggles to create chances. Their primary weapon remains set pieces, an area in which they excel. Overall, the odds of advancing are not in their favor, although their determination and fighting spirit could still carry them into the knockout stage. Haiti has already produced a football miracle simply by qualifying for the World Cup. A team that few expected to succeed emerged from the difficult CONCACAF qualification process and reached the global stage. By eliminating teams such as Costa Rica and Honduras, Haiti became one of the biggest surprises in the region. At the world level, however, expectations remain limited. Their style relies heavily on direct football, long balls, and frequent crosses into the penalty area. The squad does include a few players with experience at high levels, and Sunderland striker Eliezer Mayenda is considered the team's standout star. Most of the remaining players compete in less prestigious leagues, making overall squad quality a concern. Regardless of the outcome, qualification alone represents a remarkable achievement. And who knows, perhaps Haiti will take points from one of its rivals and return home as heroes.